He bought their affections with showmanship and extravagant gifts of deliciousness. I too will make this popped corn and win over those mindless drones.
Hi guys, welcome to Corn Popped. I'm Peyton.
And I'm Carter.
Today we're going to be talking about comic book movies. In general, we're just talking about comic book movies.
And kind of the downfall of them more recently.
Yeah, superhero fatigue is a real thing and it sucks.
I mean, honestly though, growing up as a kid, like most superhero movies were just like so good. Like,
Oh man, the animated Avengers movies were so good. I wish they stuck with those, honestly.
honestly though, I feel like most, and I say most, like all animations are good, but there are some that are just real stinkers. But like most animated movies are just very good. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
Animations are so cool because like art style really brings things to life. But the Marvel ones were so good. I love them. Like the new Avengers was probably one of my favorite ones. And there's this one where like they got invaded by aliens and they killed Black Panther. I don't remember which one that was, but that was really cool. It was a sad one. It was a sad one. Captain America died too.
I have not seen that one.
Yeah, you should. It's good. Sorry for spoiling it for you. I'll put it up here so you can watch
I don't know
it.
the name.
Yeah, I don't remember that. It was just like the Avengers, and then I don't remember what like the name was. Maybe it was like I don't know something. It was something cool. Avengers, but like yeah, live action Avengers that came out when I was super little, and I remember I went to the theater with my dad to watch it.
The original Avengers is actually so good.
It's honestly a masterpiece. It's so good.
Honestly, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'd say my favorite Avengers, solely Avengers movie, because like I'm not counting every MCU movie.
Yeah,
has to
that's-
be Age of Ultron. Except for the fact that
Really?
they killed off Ultron so early.
I was
feel like
so
they could've-
excited to talk about Ultron. Oh my god, I love Ultron so much. So, like for reference, I'm a huge comic book nerd. I love reading the comic books, and so Ultron was like hyped up for me.
Dude, I really was hoping for him to be like the next big bad. Well, I guess it wasn't really, a big bad kind of time. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
mean,
at
they
least
built
two
up
movies.
Thanos a little bit, but then like they built up that there is a bigger picture. There's a bigger enemy waiting for us.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whoa, Ultron. And everyone's like, oh, Ultron, that's actually a really huge villain. He's extremely powerful. He's up there with Doctor Doom and Thanos. And then they just kill him off in one movie.
That's the one thing that I
His
hated
design
about
was
that
also
movie.
really bad. His design was not good. Like, looking back at it, it's not terrible, but the original Ultron design, so
much cooler.
terrifying. I loved it. Just, yeah.
And I know this is kind of a side part. I forget the name of the actor, but the person who plays King the Conqueror, did you hear about that? He got arrested. So they're
Did you
gonna
let him out?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I know
So-
that he was fired from Marvel, though.
Yeah, he is fired, so there will be no more Kang, which kind of sucks. Cause like, do you not like Kang?
Well, this kind of... Honestly, I didn't. I thought Kang was kind of lame and generic. He didn't really... Like, in the MCU, he didn't really bring anything. He was just like, I want to conquer everything. I want to kill everyone. Like, okay, yeah, you and the, like, 5 villains before you. Who cares? But then, this kind of opens up Doctor Doom
No,
or
I heard
Magneto
about that.
because X-Men's coming in. And Doctor Doom and Magneto are two of my favorite villains. I love Doom so much.
Doom has to be the next big bad, though. I feel like they definitely could take an alternate route with Doom, just because, like, he could take pretty much any storyline and make it, well, not any storyline, but you know what I'm saying? Make him
Yeah.
the most unique villain, where it's not like Thanos trying to get rid of half the universe or just conquer the world.
Like, Thanos was a great villain. Honestly, amazing. The MCU Thanos was amazing. Doctor Doom is just another level because Doom is so petty and evil and so smart. It's just like the things he does. He just, I don't know how to explain him, but he doesn't even stop at Marvel. He goes into DC. He straight up goes into DC and immediately tries to conquer the entire universe. I love Doctor Doom so much.
I think the only issue I could see arising with him being added in is the fact that someone's gonna have to die. Like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Like, popular character is going to die if he comes into the
I mean,
MCU.
the MCU kind of has to do that anyways because it's starting to get stale. All these characters, they got to kill someone. But it's like, who will they kill that I would actually care about? Because all the characters I grew up and loved and stuff are kind of gone now already. Like, Iron Man was my favorite Avenger for a long time. One of my favorite superheroes. Like, when I was growing up, that was my favorite until I found Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Spider-Man
they might
could be a
kill-
contender
yeah.
for it.
Because they have to
Also-
do Miles soon.
Yeah,
And Peter usually dies in Miles Morales stories.
which I love Donald Glover so much.
Oh, he's going to be the Prowler. I'm so excited.
A Miles Morales standalone movie would be awesome. So I think that introducing
Honestly,
Doom-
it'd be so good just so I could see Prowler. I love Donald Glover so much.
So I'm thinking that might be what happens, is like Doom takes out Spider-Man, which leads way to having Miles Morales in the MCU.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Doom killing Spider-Man I guess it's happened before, but, like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel... Like, that doesn't feel like a good Spider-Man death. I feel like if he's gonna kill anyone, it would be someone like... Man, wait, yeah, that's good. Probably Thor.
Thor.
Honestly, I think Thor.
I mean, that would be a hard one to sell. Actually, no, not really. I've seen some of his
Well,
feats
also,
in comics.
Thor's right now kind of the only Avenger left. Then Hulk is just a comedic relief now. Like, Thor is like one of the only Avengers left. He's nearing the end of his storyline. He has a kid now, which means that they're probably gonna kill him and then make her replace. I don't even want to talk about Iron Man 4 coming out. Just let him rest. Marvel is just Marvel. See, Marvel starts out so good, and now it's just like slowly falling off. The only things I'm really hopeful for is new Spider-Man, and then also like Shang-Chi. Really liked him.
Yeah.
His movie was so good. I'm kind of excited for them to continue. Like, Marvel started out so good, and they were doing great, and now it's like, God, it's really falling off. And it mainly is due to the fact that they're all kind of like becoming the same movie, and the characters just aren't that good anymore.
I think what would be able to freshen it up, obviously, not just throwing in new characters, but like throwing in new objectives for certain characters. Like, maybe, I don't know, someone just being really petty and tries to kidnap Thor's daughter for some reason, Something that's just not, hey, I'm gonna take over the world now.
Yeah, like, the villains just also haven't been that good. Like, I haven't watched the Marvels movie yet. I heard good and bad things about it, but the main thing I heard was the villain was terrible. And that's kind of like, I need a good villain for a hero movie. Like, superhero movies, man, I'm kind of glad, though, because now, a little transition to this, because I do want to talk about this, is like the evil superhero stuff that's coming out, like The Boys, Invincible, which is... I think we should have Invincible as its own episode sometime, because Invincible is just so amazing and really good. You should check it out. Watch it blind if you can, because it shocked me, because I didn't read the comics.
Oh, I did after I watched the first season, but the first season is so good. I mean, I'm in the second one right now.
Second one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I still think the first one's better, but that's also because the first one's finished. But like,
Yeah.
Invincible's so good. The Boys was amazing. Like, I'm just loving evil superheroes. Evil and realistic superheroes is really hitting hard because it's different. It's just really nice.
And I think that's a problem that both Marvel and DC has, is that their heroes are kind of just not, well, I mean, they're superhuman, but you know what I'm saying? They're not human enough.
Yeah. Like, Spider-Man is literally, like, right now with the MCU, Spider-Man's kind of the only hero that, like, has conflicts and stuff. He's not just like, oh my god, my enemy. That's how Spider-Man always has been. The Spider-Man's biggest enemy is himself.
Yeah.
That's how Spider-Man always has been. I love Spider-Man.
And I think that's part of the reason why so many people like him too. It's just the fact that you can actually like relate to him
He's-
as a person and not just like, wow, that guy can fly. So cool.
Like, he has his own struggles. He's an intern. He's struggling with, like, school and college, work-life balance. His relationships are always, struggling with. He has to keep the people he wants safe and also keep the city safe, and so much, and he can't be recognized for anything. And that, like, that's a really good hero. That's an amazing story. They can do so much with that. And I'm really scared that Marvel's gonna somehow mess that up soon. Like, I'm scared with the MCU with how they've been messing up a lot of heroes. I have a feeling that they're gonna mess up Spider-Man, and I don't want that, because Spider-Man's always been my favorite.
I feel like overall that Spider-Man's a really strong hero right now, and I feel like honestly the Spider-Man franchise just in general is kind of just like the flagship, like out of all of them right
It's
now.
the only good Marvel. Like Doctor Strange had so much potential, but then Multiverse of Madness it was okay. Like I kind of liked it, but
I mean, he
Kinda fell
literally
flat.
has like infinite potential to do almost anything.
Doctor Strange is so cool. Like in the actor form, just everything is so good about Doctor Strange. I don't know how they messed up that second movie.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna make a third because he's
Oh yeah, they teased it. Yeah.
yeah. But I feel like the third one hopefully will be better, but you never know.
And another thing I'm very hopeful for, because like Moon Knight is my favorite superhero of all time. I love Moon Knight so much, and the show was pretty good. I like the show. I know a lot of people didn't, and a lot of people got confused, but that's also just how Moon Knight stories are. They're confusing. They're weird. He's a weird character, and it's just the thing he opens up. So like they're doing a Blade movie now. They talked about a Ghost Rider. They already brought in Daredevil. So they're setting and Doctor Strange. So they're setting up for the Midnight Suns, which is the coolest Marvel storyline in my opinion. And also like with Marvel having more mature movies like Multiverse Madness, Moon Knight being like the first. Was it like what was the rating? I don't know. It was the first mature rating in the MCU, and then Deadpool's gonna be rated R. So they're finally having more mature movies, which means that they can do the Midnight Suns.
Honestly though, that is another complaint that I had is that certain villains, I feel like Thanos should have had a more like mature movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's a very violent and like gruesome character, and I would have wanted to see more of that like brought out in his movies.
Yeah, he's like same with, I mean, Ultron. He one of the most brutal characters. Like he's ripping Avengers in half and stuff. He's pretty. Whew. And they just like, oh, I don't like you, Tony Stark. You put me in this world, and I don't like you because I hate humans because pollution. Whatever his motivation. What was his motivation? I don't remember it.
It was like he was trying to make the world perfect or something, and he was like following humans as the issue or something like that.
No, that's what the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy thing was.
Oh, I thought that was Ultron's thing.
No, I don't think that's Ultron. No, that's not Ultron. I think he just wanted a mechanical world.
Well, I mean,
Which is like, I love the thing like, I want a mechanical world. That is such a cool plot point. A lot of different stories do that. I just think mechanical world is like such a cool motivation for a villain.
yeah.
But now, for this last little bit, we have to bring up DC. We've been talking a lot about Marvel and how good they are and how bad they're getting now, and now we gotta talk about DC with how awful they are entirely.
Some of the older stuff, especially the animated movies, I have to give.
DC animated movies are so good.
I think my favorite one is the Killing Joke, dude. That one is so good.
I gotta be honest with you, I was not a fan of the Killing Joke.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that's just kind of wrong with it. Just not a fan of the Killing Joke. Like, especially like the relationship that Batgirl and Batman have is just really weird and uncomfortable. Especially since she's a lot younger. It's a little strange. But then, like, I don't know. The Killing Joke, I just feel like is a little overhyped.
It's fair. I mean, I do hear a lot of praise on it on the internet, but I just feel like, a different storyline, or like Under the Red Sun, I don't know if you've seen that.
Red Sun's pretty nice. I did like that one. Like, Red Sun was really good. Personally, my favorite animated DC movie was Under the Red Hood, and Death and Family was... There's a lot of really good ones. Also some really weird ones, like Batman Samurai.
I've never seen that.
No, it's Batman Ninja. It is genuinely, like, really cool. It's so strange, but it's actually really good.
It sounds like a really good concept, too. Just like...
Yeah, the art style is so cool, too. But sadly, the live-action movies are awful. Except for, like, I like the new Batman. Actually, all the Batman movies before the Justice League were great. Like, I like the Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight Returns.
All the Dark Knight movies were amazing.
Dark Knight's so good. And then, like, Robert Pattinson, unpopular opinion, I think he's great Batman. I think that movie was amazing. I loved it. It just dragged on a little too long.
Yeah. I also think, honestly, this is not an unpopular opinion, but the modern day Joker, like the Joker standalone movie, I think it was pretty good.
The
Yeah,
standalone
with
movie.
Joaquin
I loved it. Yeah.
Phoenix. Yeah.
He's a great Joker. I think
Yeah.
that Joker will go really good for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah. I feel like what they could do though is do it. You know how they had it in like the '60s, like version of Batman with Adam West, or like it was a lot less like high tech. I think they should do that, but with Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, where they do a similar style. I mean, not like the comic.
Gee Willikers, Batman.
I think we should have Kevin Hart play Robin in that series though, just so we can have him go, G. Willikers Batman. I think he'd be the perfect Robin for that scenario. And you cannot argue otherwise.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, you know what? I think you'd be great Batman. No,
Like,
screw Robert Pattinson. Let's have Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Batman, Kevin Hart as Robin. Let's do it.
do the perfect duo.
I think that'd be so good. No, you know who'd be really good Batman villain? Like Robert Pattinson Batman villain? Hush.
Hush.
Do you know Hush?
I know.
Oh my god. So he's absolutely perfect for Robert Pattinson because his whole thing is he grew up in the same orphanage as Bruce Wayne and he just got like the other end of the stick. So like Bruce Wayne moved in, got super rich guys inheritance, moved in with Alfred, became Batman. Hush never left the orphanage. When he finally did, he saw how popular Bruce Wayne was, and then he started to he would kill people and take pieces of their face to make himself look like Bruce Wayne. And he's like really good for like the whole detective part of Batman. Like that's his whole thing. He's like the Riddler but cooler. And he'd be an amazing, he'd be an amazing Robert Pattinson villain.
No, that would actually be so cool to watch though. I genuinely would enjoy that.
Yeah, I love Hush so much. Him, Black Mask, and I think maybe Scarecrow.
Scarecrow? Has there been a live action Scarecrow? Wait, I think there's been one,
I don't think there's been an actual live action Scarecrow, like a good one.
like on his own. I was gonna say,
Ooh, a standalone Scarecrow movie would be really good.
yes, where like,
I love Scarecrow.
especially because like they could do it around Halloween time too, which is just perfect for marketing.
Honestly, Batman around Halloween is just great.
No, Batman around Halloween just overall is a good
He
aesthetic,
has such good Halloween stuff.
But I would love to see a Scarecrow movie because like
Yeah.
he's just such a solid character. That
I
feel
think
like
there's
he's
so many
underused.
villains. Oh my god. Okay, last point about the villains, because we do have to wrap things up soon. Mr. Freeze would make the best standalone movie.
Yes, because like his story is actually so sad too.
Mr. Freeze is just such a good villain, and he's he always makes me sad.
I mean, every time he's just pretty much his whole life is just to give life back to his wife, and that's
He's
it.
not really much of a villain. It's just like the way he goes about it. Like, yeah, stealing's bad. Boo hoo. Batman's rich. Just ask him to pay for it. Batman's the true villain, honestly.
In that story, yeah. No, that would be so cool. Like you paint Mr. Freeze as the hero, and Batman is like the whole villain of the story.
That's what they should do if they like do a Joker movie where Batman's in it. They should do it.
That would be so
I have such good DC. Hire us. We have such good ideas for you.
For real.
The Flash is terrible.
Flash is terrible. I mean, mainly just.
This is what I mainly wanted to talk about. The Flash is just the acting's terrible. The CG's bad. The writing's worse. Everything about the Flash is just bad.
I mean, there's not really much of like. I can't think of much that could like redeem the movie. Is the issue with it too? Is that I'm honestly a huge fan of DC. I feel like Flash is a character that has good potential.
Flash is one of my favorite heroes. Love him.
But the only issue is that I feel like every movie they just kind of don't use the fact that he's the fastest being alive. Or like when they make Superman the same speed as him when he's supposed to be the fastest character. Like that just makes
Like
me
I understood
mad.
why they did it in the DC movie, like in the Justice League movie. It's because that's like the Flash beginning.
Yeah.
But still, it's like
Beyond that.
kind of made Superman really rude for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the Superman movie coming out though.
Yeah.
That looks good. The casting looks great. James Gunn's amazing at directing.
Yeah, so hopefully, it's a turnaround from the others, but
And I think that's it. Any last things you gotta say?
nothing more like that.
I have one thing, and that is Blue Beetle was also good.
I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet, so I don't have an opinion on it. But I've definitely heard mixed reviews on it.
Yeah. I'm Peyton Brown from FCTV.
And I'm Carter Smith.
You've been watching Corn Pop, and thank you so much for all the support you guys have been giving us. We'll see you guys next week, where honestly I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll surprise you guys. Keep an eye out on our social media, Corn Popped FC, and you'll probably find out. Or actually, you could probably vote for the next movie we do.
Lights out.